Now before we start the sum, let us see the difference between a closed box and an open box. Here we have a closed box, and for a closed box you know it will have 6 faces, and we'll use a formula for the TSA. You would have by now practiced the formula for TSA of cuboid. So the total surface area of this box would be 2 length breadth, breadth height, length height, because it has got 6 surfaces. Now here we have a box, but which is an open box. This top surface is missing. This surface here, this surface is missing here. So how many faces will this box have? It will have 5 faces. The 4, 1, 2 and 2 behind, the 4 standing faces, and 1 at the bottom here, plus the base or the bottom of the box. So it will have 5 faces, but this will have 6 faces. This is very important to note. This is the difference between an open box and a closed box. I repeat again, this open box, this surface is missing. This top surface 1 is missing. It's open, so this surface is missing face. So it will have it will not have 6 like the closed box. It will have 5 surfaces, that is 4 standing faces and 1 base. Now the standing face we know is the LSA, and the base, we know the base is length into breadth, length into breadth. So we have to remember this before we get on to the sum. Now in this sum of ours we have, see, let's read the sum, and the sum says this: we have a plastic box, length is 1.5 meters, so I put here 1.5 meters, breadth is 1.25 meters, so the breadth is 1.25 meters, the depth is 65 centimeters, so this is the depth, the height is 65, remember it is centimeters, we need to convert it into meters. It is open at the top, so it is like this case, it's open at the top, it will have only 5 faces, and ignoring the thickness of the plastic sheet, determine the area of the sheet required. So area of sheet, like we've already seen, will be this surface here, this 4 standing surfaces, this surface here, 1 surface, then this will be the second, 2, and then we have 3 here and 4. These are the 4 standing surfaces, plus you will have 1 at the bottom, that is the length and the breadth, this surface. So 5 surfaces. So we'll have here equal to, like we said, the LSA, 4 standing surfaces, plus the base, that is the bottom. Now the formula for the LSA we know is twice height, length plus breadth, and the base is length into breadth. And now we'll substitute the values. So we now put the values. We know the height is 0.65. Here the height was given 65. So to convert it into meters, we need to do 65 over 100, and that is 0.65. The length was 1.5, the breadth is 1.25, here the length again 1.5 and 1.25, and you carry on with this calculation. So after you substitute and you do the calculations, you will get the answer that the area of sheet required is 5.45 meters square. That is the first part of the question. Now we have a second part of this question. We find the cost of the sheet. Now the second part. Now the cost is always area into rate. Here we have our area is 5.45 and the rate here they've given as rupees 20. So into 20. So when you multiply, you will get 109 rupees. So that is the answer. So I just go over it again. Here the sheet required, the amount of sheet, since it was an open box, the sheet required was the 4 standing surfaces. This surface 1, 2, 1 on the side here, the same one behind, 4 standing surfaces plus the base. There were 5 faces. Okay, and then you calculate.